Cincinnati, 2026. The dream is over. Alex Eala, the Filipina sensation who had taken the tennis world by storm, has been eliminated from the Cincinnati Open. She started strong. She won the first set. She was in control. She was cruising toward another upset victory, and then it all fell apart. But what happened on that court? Was it simply that Amanda Anisimova was the better player? Or was there something else? Something that the fans didn't see? Something that the cameras didn't capture? Alex Eala has now broken her silence. And what she revealed has stunned the tennis world. She spoke about a controversial umpire call. A moment that changed everything. A moment that destroyed her rhythm, her momentum, and her confidence. This is the heartbreaking story of how one umpire decision may have cost Alex Eala her Cincinnati Open campaign. And why the Filipina star is now looking ahead to the US Open with a heavy but determined heart. Subscribe to Tennis Pulse and hit the notification bell for more tennis news, drama, and analysis every day. To understand the heartbreak, you have to understand what Alex Eala was feeling before the match. She had arrived in Cincinnati riding a 5-match winning streak against top 10 opponents. She had already beaten some of the biggest names in the sport: Iga Swiatek, Elena Rybakina, Coco Gauff, Jessica Pegula. She was playing the best tennis of her life. And her confidence was sky high. The match against Amanda Anisimova, the world number 10 and 9th seed, was supposed to be another test. A 2-time Grand Slam finalist, Anisimova was a formidable opponent. But Eala had beaten players like her before. She believed she could do it again, and for the first hour, she proved it. Eala dominated the opening set. She controlled the tempo. She won 6-4 in a 67-minute battle. The crowd, packed with Filipino fans waving Philippine flags, was electric. They believed. Eala believed. Even Anisimova acknowledged Eala's quality after the match. "I know Alex is such a great player and such a fighter. I knew it was gonna be a really tough match." Eala was playing with confidence. She was aggressive. She was dictating. Everything was going according to plan. But then, the match turned. What happened next would change everything. The second set was a battle. Eala fought hard. She was holding her own against the powerful American. At 3-3 in the second set, the match was finally poised. Then came the controversial moment. A crucial point. A disagreement at the net. The umpire made a call that Eala believed was wrong. And from that moment on, everything changed. As Eala revealed after the match, the umpire's decision threw off her rhythm. She couldn't find her flow. She couldn't regain her composure. The momentum that she had built up over the first set and the early part of the second set had been shattered. Anisimova capitalized. She had been losing her composure earlier in the match, but she fought back. The turning point came in the 6th game of the second set, where Anisimova managed to pull through and hold serve despite committing 3 double faults. Eala had broken Anisimova in the opening game of the third set and moved 2-0 ahead. Victory was within reach. She had the momentum. She had the crowd. She had everything going for her, but then the wheels came off. Anisimova found her rhythm in the third game of the final set and never looked back. She broke Eala 3 times before sweeping the final 6 games to seal victory. Eala didn't win another game after going 2-0 up in the deciding set. Final score, 6-4, 4-6, 2-6. A heartbreaking loss. Eala's 5-match winning streak against top 10 opponents had come to an end. The dream was over. The Cincinnati Open campaign was finished, but what had really happened on that court? What had caused Eala to lose her rhythm so completely? The answer would come soon enough. After the match, Alex Eala faced the press. She had been gracious in victory after her first-round win against Ruse. Now, she had to be gracious in defeat, and gracious she was. She praised her opponent, Amanda Anisimova, for her performance. She acknowledged that Anisimova had played well and deserved the victory. She took the high road, but then, she revealed something that sent shockwaves through the room. Something that explained everything. Eala admitted that her rhythm had been disrupted by a controversial umpire call during the match. She explained that she had been playing well in the first 2 rounds of the tournament. She had been confident. She had been aggressive. She had been in control, but that umpire decision had thrown her off. She had been unable to regain her rhythm after the call. The momentum that had carried her through the first set and into the second set had been destroyed. Eala didn't make excuses. She didn't blame the umpire for the loss. She simply explained what had happened, and why she had struggled to maintain her level in the later stages of the match. "I think I played really well in the first 2 rounds, she said in similar interviews after her previous victory. "I found my groove and I was able to hold that until the end of the match, but in this match, against Anisimova, the groove had been lost. And the reason, the controversial call, was something that had been out of her control." The press conference was emotional. Eala's eyes were red. Her voice was trembling. She had given everything she had on that court. And to lose in such a heart-wrenching way, because of something beyond her control, was devastating, but even in her disappointment, she remained a class act. She congratulated Anisimova on her victory. She acknowledged that the American had played well and deserved to advance. The tennis world was stunned. Not just by the loss, but by Eala's honesty. She had revealed the real reason behind the loss. And it was heartbreaking. While Alex Eala was devastated by the loss, Amanda Anisimova was celebrating the biggest win of her Cincinnati campaign. The American 9th seed had overcome an error-prone performance to advance to the 4th round. Anisimova was classy in victory. She praised Eala's fighting spirit and her incredible season. "Alex is such a great player and such a fighter, so I knew it was going to be a really tough match," she said in her post-match interview. Also acknowledged the support she received from the crowd, even though she knew that most of the fans were there to support Eala. "There was quite a bit of support for me tonight, so I really appreciate that, because I know how loved Alex is. And for good reason," Anisimova said, but the victory wasn't without its controversy. During the match, Tennis Channel analysts noticed Anisimova drinking an amber-colored liquid from a plastic cup during a changeover. The commentators wondered whether she was drinking a beer or apple cider. "Would never suggest that a player was drinking a beer in the middle of a match, but that's certainly what it looked like," commentator Brett Haber said. Was later clarified that the drink was actually just a Red Bull. The caffeine apparently worked wonders. Anisimova won 2 sets on the bounce after drinking it. "I'm really proud of this performance, for being able to find a way and kind of push myself there in the middle of the match," Anisimova said after the late-night epic. "I'm really happy with the way I was able to find my tennis and start fighting." Anisimova's victory ended Eala's 5-match winning streak against top 10 players. But the American acknowledged that Eala had played some great tennis and that it was a really, really tough match. Despite the loss, Eala's record against top 10 opponents remained impressive. 7-3 in 2026 and 9-5 overall. The loss in Cincinnati was heartbreaking. Alex Eala had come so close. She had been in control. She had been moments away from victory. But a controversial umpire call, and her inability to regain her rhythm, had cost her the match. But this is not the end of the story. This is just another chapter in the incredible journey of Alex Eala. Eala has already proven that she belongs among the best in the world. She has beaten 9 top 10 opponents in 2026 alone. She has won her first WTA title. She has reached the 4th round at Wimbledon. She has climbed to a career-high ranking of world number 20. Now, she will shift her focus to the US Open, which begins on August 30th at Flushing Meadows in New York. The loss in Cincinnati was a setback, but it was also a learning experience. Eala will use it as motivation, as fuel for the fire. As she said after her first-round victory, "I think I played really well. I found my groove early and I was able to hold that until the end of the match." She will be looking to find that groove again at the US Open. The Eala effect is not going away. The Filipino fans who packed the stadiums in Cincinnati will follow her to New York. The tennis world will be watching. And Alex Eala will be ready. The loss to Anisimova was heartbreaking. The controversial umpire call was devastating. But Alex Eala is a fighter. She will bounce back. She will learn from this experience. And she will come back stronger. As she looks ahead to the US Open, one thing is clear, the journey is far from over. The best is yet to come. Subscribe to Tennis Pulse and hit the notification bell for more tennis news, drama, and analysis every day.